I almost forgot to unmute my audio again. Okay, so, welcome to Mass Effect. I've been looking forward to this for a very, very long time. Needless to say, I am super excited to be playing it, because Mass Effect is great. I played the original, actually, you know, okay, it's kind of funny. So let me tell you a little story here. Okay, so, longer time ago, well, not really a long time ago, but you know, I used to own, well, I remember the first time I owned an Xbox, like the first time an Xbox 360, Mass Effect was one of the games, one of the first games I picked up. And I played the beginning of it, and I didn't really like it too much, because I was like, man, this is really just not me. So I dropped the game for about a year. I just stopped playing it for a year. And then one year, well, the next year I got bored, and I was like, you know what, I'll give this game another shot. So I played through it, and it was a bit of a slog at first, but I got through it, and it was great. Loved it. Then Mass Effect 2 has really got me, and then Mass Effect 3 is also worth it. It's like, the first game is a bit of an acquired taste, but overall, this game is awesome. And I'm really glad that they rematched it, re-released it, and now I'm going to play it. It's going to be awesome. So, let's go. So, like, in every single Mass Effect game I played, I made my character look like
information requested.
Like a discount Jango Fett. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
Establishing secure connection.
I just hope this doesn't tank my computer like
secure connection
RE8 did.
Confirmed.
Ugh.
Please log in to access your profile.
Let's go. There we go. SS. Oh wait, no. No, not that. No, not that, no.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
They've changed up so much in this since then. This is really cool. So let's see here. Spacer. Colonist Mindoir. I always went with Colonist when I played the game, so I'll go with Colonist again.
Confirm psychological profile.
Soul Survivor, War Hero. Ruthless. Soul Survivor. I went with Soul Survivor too. It doesn't seem like too into yourself like War Hero does, but it doesn't seem as edgy as Ruthless does.
Confirm military specialization.
Let's see, we have Soldier, Engineer, Adept, Infiltrator, Citadel, and Vanguard. Let's go with Soldier. I'm a basic person.
Confirm facial identification.
Let's see if we can't get discount Jango Fett again. There, that's the start right there. Hold on. We'll go with him. It's close. Facial structure. Oh boy. Let's see here. Not gonna be able to get this right, am I? My character's pretty pale, so we'll do that. Election in a grizzled war veteran. He's seen some stuff. What about the first one? See if I do the facial structures again, because I feel like this one might be closer, maybe? No. I think that was definitely the closest. Head, neck thickness, maximum thickness on the neck. Max thickness. Looks like an average size neck. I think that's good. Face size. It'd be kind of funny if they actually shrunk his whole face. Looks like a middle ground. Cheek width. Looks like right there, I think. And I hate that he moves around. It's like, stop moving so I can see. Cheekbone. Cheekbone. Every time I think of cheek gun, I think of Tarkin from Star Wars for some reason. The really gaunt man. Again, using that right anyway. Give it some big old leers. Average ears. Eyes. Face shape. Not really many eye shapes. This one just looks like he's always surprised at something. Huh? What was that? What was that noise? Let's go with this one. Makes him look tired. He's like just kind of chilling. Yeah, it looks good. The eye height. Eye width. Oh boy. I don't like that. Eye depth. I really like this. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm whistling. Like when you see like a very attractive person, you. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I'm doing that. Just along with the eyebrows going up and down. Iris color. I also like a gray color. Did I miss that? There it is. No, that's kind of like a gray, I guess. I think I got that, right? Jaw, chin height. Maybe about the same. Chin depth. Really don't know what that does because his head's always facing forward. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm big fat Dumbo. I'm glad I saw the nose, because geez Louise. Chin width. Just look straight. No. Straight. No, straight. Oh my god. There we go. Jeez. Go with that. Draw with. Yeah, we'll go back to like the default one there. Nose, I definitely need to fix that. That's a decent schnoz. Turn all the way to the right, you frickin' butt base. Do it! There you go. Ah, I was looking more like classic Shepard from years ago. Slightly. Let's see. Nose, hair. Okay, hair. Hey, that's a classic hair I had years ago. That one right there. Exactly the same. He's looking a lot like my Shepherd originally. That's really nice. I only have my original Shepherd coat hanging around somewhere. I wonder if I could use that. You go with that one hairstyle I had. That one right there. Let's be like a 5 o'clock shadow. Where's... I don't want to go with that one because it can also go 5 o'clock shadow, you know? I'll go with that. You should go back to normal. This one? We'll go with that. Hair color. We'll keep black. It has like a purple tint to it. Hold on a second, I think it's... Yeah, I guess he looks okay. There's something about the cheeks that I don't like. I want to fix that. Oh, I skipped the mouths entirely. Okay. Did I seriously? Cheek. See, I kind of pulled him back, but I need to be forward a little bit. He would turn where his nose isn't obstructing his face. Turn your face! I think that should do it as far as... maybe not. Hold on. Like that. And it's kind of there. I think that's about as close as we're going to get as far as that goes. Mouth shape. Completely skip this. And we'll go with that one. Stop turning your head. Just leave it the way it is. Jeez. That face, though. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, that's good. Scar. What kind of cool scars we got here? Cool battle scars. I think I always gave my commander a lip scar. Could be wrong, though. They give them an eye scar. I think it was a lip scar though. Maybe it was like this right here. Yeah, that looks kind of cool actually. I think I'll go with that one.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Yay, we did it.
Identification confirmed.
Yep. Let's do it to it. Delicious.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
Yes.
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Mass Effect. Jupiter.
The Arcturus Prime relays
that looks so good. Looks so good.
Transmission sequence.
Commander?
Here's Neptune.
We are connected.
Presley.
Calculating transit mass and
Oh
destination.
man.
The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Hello, Brando. Oh, it's so good.
Approach
It's
run
so
has begun.
good. It looks so good. I can't get over the geeking out on that.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Snap.
Thrusters, check. Navigation,
Joker.
check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
I can't remember what that guy's name is.
Nihilus gave you a compliment.
Nihilus.
So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I think you're overreacting a little bit, Joker. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Oh, God, this looks so good. I can't get over that. I really can't. Oh, Biden. Oh. Oh, God, no. Holster, holster. I don't know what I'm doing. I think T is to walk, right? Yeah, T is to walk. kind of a weird, awkward button to hit.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Going on, Presley? Alienator? How do I talk to Presley exactly? Hold on. No, don't stop doing that. We don't do that to people. I don't know what to do. I'm not used to these games. No, stop putting your gun out.
Form up.
Yeah, form up, Presley. Yeah, form up. Okay, hold on. E-bindings. Move forward. Use sprint. Okay, I think it's spacebar. I think spacebar is the one that does it. They have a photo mode too. That's cool. There we go. Hi, Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Let's see here.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up and talk to Kaiden because I didn't know how to use spacebar to talk to somebody for a second. What's up, Kaiden? Okay, I don't want to talk to you either. It's fine. I don't care. Huh.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Oh, you know what, Jenkins? You'll do fine.
Just treat this like every other assignment
just
we've had,
fine.
and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Oh yeah,
the captain's
I'm sure
waiting.
You won't.
Goodbye, Commander.
It'd be funny if like the biggest thing they added to this game was like choosing what happens to Jenkins.
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, I have to go. The captain is waiting for me. The captain's looking for me, not you. What's going on, Nihilus?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time
Oh,
we
no,
told the commander
Anderson.
what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
I don't like being kept in the dark, Captain.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation.
I just don't like how flat the side of his face is. Might change that in the next one.
What else can you tell me?
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
I'm sure it will.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
I actually really want to see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Really cool.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
I like the fact that he memorized the timestamp. That's crazy. I couldn't remember the freaking timestamp with that.
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Yeah.
Engaging stealth systems.
And Eden Prime looks...
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secured, Commander.
Oh God, what happened here?
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Let's take a look at the landscape here. Not really much, just looks like farmland. Oh. Give me that Avenger. Dear Lord. I forgot how many weapons you could carry. You got like a whole freaking armory on your back in this game. Let's see. Not used to the key bindings at all. Shoot, aim, melee, throw grenade. Previous weapon, next weapon, last weapon. There we go. X is how to do. Q, E, Z. F1 and F3, okay. Little gas bags.
What the hell are those? Damn!
No gas bags on my watch. That looks so good. I can't wait to see, what was that? The water planet, I can't remember what it's called. On the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it's called. V something, I think. Vermeer. That's what it was called. That's definitely a dead person. Here comes the worst part of the whole trilogy. No, Jenkins! Jenkins! No! Oh, that poor man.
Shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, poor Jenkins.
Smells like smoke and death.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I feel like there's a way to mount objects, but I can't quite remember what it is. No. Map. Okay, I'll let you go now, please. Thank you. Left shift. Oh, come on.
Rally round.
What are you shooting at, Jenkins? Ah. That's what you're shooting at.
I think we're good, Commander.
Look at the little gas bags. Oh, look at how adorable he is. Except for that weird tail thing, that's kind of weird. Oh, look at that, Ashley. Oh no, not the gas. Don't let him do it to you. Oh.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Give me a status report, Williams.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Let's go.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Take all those. Let's take that. One thing I didn't like about Mass Effect 1 was just how, like, your inventory would get just destroyed with how many stuff you pick up. Who needs a cover? Yeah, take that gift. Gotcha. Beat you to death.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Let's take all those.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for them. Keep your guard. Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
It's such a creeper run, like a creepy person does. It's really creepy. Like, I'm trying to get you. Upgrade kit. Ooh. Take that.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Let's try this. How do we... Oh, okay. There we go. Didn't quite understand that at first.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
He needs something. He needs a vacation or something. I don't know. Can we go in here? What do we got going on here? Great. That. That has some Omni gel in it. Please and thank you. Oh, cutscene time.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And Saren just done zone Nihilus.
Look at the size of it.
Holy crap. That's so freaking cool. Here you go. It is on. you're done. Oh wait, no, it's not yet, actually. No, it's done. Anyone else hanging around? Doesn't look like it's F3. And then F1. And then X, switch back to this oracle. And then H to holster. Okay.
Commander.
Medical.
It's Nihilus.
And an upgrade kit. I'll take all that. Let's see what's going on with Nihilus. What's going on, dude?
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Nihilus is just freaking dead. Oh there, buddy boy. Yeah, that's right, yeah. In the back, right in the back. Ooh. Get on the train, look on the train. Oh boy. Ooh. Alright, overkill, and you try sabotage. Got it. Alright guys, we can just shoot down here. Where's he at? I gotcha.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Gotta stop the bombs.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Got that one. Alright. Oh, you're dead. Gotcha, sucker. Yeah. One more. One final bomb. There it is. Gotcha. Die. Let's do it this way. Boing, 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 boing.
My God. It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
That's where the Reaper was at. I hate that I'm so tired.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it. Too dangerous.
Damn. I think they improved that scene too. It's really cool. It almost was like a new game, actually. This is so awesome. I'm so glad they redid this game. Oh man, that's sovereign and everything. It's so cool.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Major Benezia is like the Mass Effect equivalent of Lady D from
Dr.
Resident Evil
Chakwas,
Village.
I think he's waking up.
Get the triple M. Massive mommy milker.
You had us worried there, Shepard.
For lack of a better term.
How are you feeling?
I feel like dog shit. I'm alright.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
No,
Physically,
Williams,
you're
stop.
fine.
Don't you do that.
But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh. Captain Anderson.
Captain, what's up?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Let's see here. It's been such a long time since I've looked through the original Normandy. So used to the SR2 and SR3.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
Dr. Chocolaw.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. I should go.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
iPods. Wow, Captain Anderson, you got a really nice bed, bud. Just joking, that bed looks like a hot piece of garbage. Why do you have two beds, by the way?
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Sorry, Anderson, but your quarters are terrible. Just awful.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Yay, getting some experience points. That's cool.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to
Hold on,
bring us into the
jokester.
Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 429.
looks so cool. That's so freaking cool.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime. In case you had...
I really don't like Ambassador
I
Eugene.
have
He's such a
the
butthole.
mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Look at the map. Oh gosh, there's so many things. This is one thing that I like / dislike about the Citadel Mass Effect when it's so big. Oh boy. Captain Henderson reports some usual readings for your control areas for cluster. Concerns about a Hydra system. Call for a team to investigate for the control schedule for the search of the recon. Hydra system. Guess we'll have to investigate that at some point in time.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash. Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot.
Munchies.
Good day, human.
Sorry, I'm kind of hungry.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
EarthClan. Good day, EarthClan. I wonder what Avina looks like now.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Yep, definitely an AI still. Sup, lady?
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Avina? What's that?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
I have no idea who Avina is. Surely it's not an AI or anything. Apparently things you do in Mass Effect 1 have a greater impact on what happens in the war readiness thing in Mass Effect 3, since they had to compensate for taking out multiplayer.
This place is fantastic.
So I guess I'll have to try to do a lot more side missions in this game. To be honest with you, most of the time I play Mass Effect, like through the trilogy, I tend to try and go through Mass Effect 1 as quick as possible, because it's a bit of a slog still, like I said. Hey, what's up, dude?
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind. Forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
bartender.
Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Oh, do you? Is that the truth?
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal his secrets.
Oh, not bad.
Of course you wouldn't. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
I hate eating cheese or chippy snacks and trying to play a game at the same time. I need like a wet nap.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
Oh, look at one of those things. I can't remember what they're called. I think they're called Seekers? Something. Oh, I need to check my inventory. What's a shotgun? So let's go with equipment. Okay. Pistols. Pistols. Omnigel. Yep. Interesting. You had some medium armor, right? Let's see. The Hydra and Onyx are the exact same as far as their stats go. It's just one looks a little different than the other. We'll keep the Onyx for now. And we'll go with that one. Ashley Blooms. Shield 63, damage detection 17. We'll let her keep what she's got right now. There we go. Nice. All right, let's go. Oh, oops. Not bad. Yeah.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Well, I will. I will enjoy my visit to the Citadel, whether you want me to or not. I'll be honest with you, Mass Effect 2 is what I'm looking forward to the most. Two wards, Pseudo Rapid Transit, Vina, Emporium. I think I'll go to the Consort Chambers first. The Krogan.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers often
Keepers, that's what the name was.
I'm Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Wow.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nalina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Look at that. VIP access.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Oh, wow. And why? Why would she want to do that?
What does she want to see me for?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
What if I don't want to head upstairs? What if I just want to sit here and watch and just stand? Stare at you all day. Your white upper lip. You know, for a place as big as the Citadel, this place looks very small.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Thanks, number 4. Sounds like number 4 or one number 2. I don't know. One of the numbers from Kids Next Door. Nope, lady with your egg pod. Attack of the Pod people. I don't see how you do anything in that. It looks very weird to sit in.
That is close enough, Commander.
Oh, well.
I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
You wanted to speak with me?
I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Tell me about this problem you're having.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
That's weird. What was that anyway? What kind of...
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Okay. Bye. With your pod. She stuffs people in there and makes them watch marathons of old TV shows that aren't great.
That's understandable.
I'd give you an example, but I really don't know what kind of example. Yeah, she makes them watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians all the time. Here we go. I guess that's a good example. And a good bad example, but you know, it's an example nonetheless. Oh, Kaiden.
If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big, right?
Oh, I thought it was middle of the water for a second.
Welcome to Presidium. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Thanks.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Sounds like they got what they deserved.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Going on, dude? You doing alright?
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
I'm broke. It does look good, but you know, I'm broke, so no money, no problems. I don't know. Okay, I think it's time we wasted enough time. We're gonna have to go to the Citadel. Citadel Tower, where all of your dreams come true. Fingies.
Saren's
Yes.
hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Garrus, G-Man.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
You blew it. You blew it.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Old GB, Garrus Vicarian. I wonder how they decided how the Turians would sound like with their voice. They have like the, the voice. Just the voice.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of... Commander? Commander?
Captain Anderson.
Already started. Come on.
Fancy meeting you here, of all places.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Some of you are cool. Don't go to the Citadel tomorrow.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Oh, not
They
Harkin.
suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I'll take care of it.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way. Innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings. Protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
I should go. I should go. Say with more confidence. What do you want, Ashley?
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions. Commander? No, I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested an audience.
Gotta go down to Cora's Den. I think that's the ward, right? Cora's Den, there we go. Awesome, excellent. And it gets knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone by helping the consort with her problem. Gentleman's
That's it.
Oh. Yeah, it's him, all right.
Those were Saren's men.
How did you know that? Makes you think it's Saren's men. What's up?
I see why this place is so popular. It's got quite the, view.
Hey, Lieutenant, put your tongue back in your mouth before you trip on it.
I like how her knees are. I like how her knees are like in the ground. And like, until you actually sit down, she's not really dancing for anybody. She's just kind of like chilling, doing her thing. Like, if you leave, it's just her dancing by herself to nobody.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Not now. I'm watching. Commander!
Hey, General Septimus.
What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
So if you feel that way, then why spread lies about her?
Because she rejected me. Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
Some general. What kind of example are you to your troops?
The troops can kiss my leathery backside. All I wanted was to retire and be with her. Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
You need to start acting like a general if you want to beat this.
I spent all my life acting like a general, and what did it get me? Huh? No, those days are over. I'll just be what I am. A tired, lonely, worn-out soldier.
You're a damn general. Quit your whining.
Ha! You got balls, kid. There are only 5 people in this damn galaxy who talk to me like that. So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
I don't think it could hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or 2. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zoltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Thanks, Septimus.
I can imagine a general like that getting so upset about a woman.
That's because you don't understand women.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
I'm looking for a C-Sec officer, a Turian named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard, still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Just tell me where Garrus is before this gets ugly.
But it's all related, don't you see? The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Keep drinking.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Goodbye.
Enjoy the club.
It's Rex. Hey, no, it's not Rex.
I got business here, but not with you.
Wow.
Hi, be with you in a minute.
Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre?
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass. I bet he's just messing with him.
Oh, okay, that's really weird. Oh, whoops. The markets. Yes. I think Conrad Werner's around here somewhere. Yeah, there he is, Conrad. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Really? Wow, it's you. You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Sure, anything for a fan.
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My
Look,
wife
man.
is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
Hey, Conrad, people like to be mean to him, but he's just a guy. He's just a guy with a dream, right? Wants to be his fan. So, you know, I can give the fans what they want. They want to meet me, and you know, you just gotta do the thing. You give an autograph.
I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell what's real.
I think where I need to go is at the very end of this place over here. Let me do that. False alarm. Oh no.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Ooh, beans. Looks so cool.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
If you expect to get me in a tinfoil miniskirt and thigh-high boots, I want dinner first. Sir.
That will be enough, Chief.
All right, enough chatter. Let's move out, people.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I like little, like, chill out moments like that. Just hanging out with the boys.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Ooh.
Finally, some action.
Get down.
We get him? Did I get him? Is he dead?
Perimeter clear.
We got him. What's up,
Perfect timing,
Garrus?
Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There's no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Okay. We'll take Garrus, we carry him. And we'll take Kaiden, just to kind of balance our squad a little bit. Yep. And of course we're going to go to equipment because here's, I need some new equipment. Can't equip anything with that. Good shields. Let's see. We'll keep that, because it's got a bit of everything in it. Alright.
I never properly thanked you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
I'll be honest with you, I was kind of hoping she'd give me something for free. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to where we were.
Don't kid yourself. It's even bigger than it looks.
How will you know?
Where are we at now? Okay, to Presidium, to Flux, lower markets, lower after transit, lower rewards, dispatch store. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
I got a tour.
Ah, stop. I went downstairs, saw my friend Conrad just chilling. Back to Cora's Den.
Looks like it's shut down.
Fist knows we're coming. Enemy side.
I'm on it!
Come on, buddy. It don't screw them.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
Look at that, problem full.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Look at that. Easy as pie.
Why do I
I don't have any grenades.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth. He's lying.
Put a round in his leg, see if he talks.
Wait, I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here, said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Impossible. The Shadow Broker only works through his agents.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
I never want to see you again. Is that clear?
Don't worry, you'll never see me again.
Yeah, this. Okay, and she's like right there, so should be able to get to her in time.
Enemy sighted!
What I appreciate, you're so interested in keeping me here. I really don't have time for this right now. Hey, it's one of her bubble thingies. Alright.
Negative contact.
Let's get it going in here, come on. I think she's back here if I remember correctly. Yep, I was right. Tally, what's up, dude?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Okay, we're just taking a jog. smacked him and he's done.
Just set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
The ambassador's office. It's safe there. He'll want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
This Quarian can help us bring down Saren. I would have told you that if you hadn't jumped down my throat.
I apologize, Commander. This whole thing with Saren has me a bit on edge. Maybe we should just start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
I like her new bodysuit design. It's great.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian.
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Okay, we'll do. Garrus and Tali, and we're gonna go. Yep. Tali.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving. I know this Septimus. and he could
Here,
not.
there should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
The Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse...
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest...
Perhaps you are right.
Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, Din, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Earth Clan.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time? Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
What do you need?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
I'm here on behalf of Samesh Bhatia for his wife, Nirali.
Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I'm out there fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Yay! Paragon points. Oh, I keep going to his office.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. I think we got everything we need to do. Actually, no, I need to talk to the consort real quick, and then we'll be good to go. At least I think I need to talk to the consort. Honestly, I really don't know. But we'll waddle over there anyway.
I went fairly often when it was still the Arcos.
Yeah, ever since Fist took over, I don't go anymore.
Seems like all the best lounges are being replaced by faces.
Septimus has sent word. Apparently, he sought the consort's forgiveness.
That's right. It was a long time ago, though. I barely remember. What drew you back to the Citadel and to the consort? I don't know exactly. It may sound strange, but
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
What are you offering me?
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see the sadness behind your eyes. It tells a story that makes me want to weep. Pain and loss, but it drives you, makes you strong. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Thanks, lady. Motorized joints. Yeah, sure. $10 points. Woo! Soul training, fitness, souls. Let's improve soldier a little bit. 4, 3, 2, 1, yay. And we'll do that. Okay. 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 Too bad you can't toggle Tally's helmet. Of course, that would kill her, but you know. Okay, we're going to get this wrapped up, and then we're going to save and stop for the night. Because I am tired. As soon as I get back on the normally, I'm going to save.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarian's evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
I feel like they worked on the facial expressions a lot more. It's really nice. Actually makes it seem like they have, you know, more expression to them.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
I'll find him.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Yay! I'm a Spectre now.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Yeah, I don't like Udina. Udina can go suck a butt.
No, I'm waiting. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Doodly deedly deedly deedle doo. Let's see. Is it the Presidium? Consular Chambers, Embassies, Financial District. Leads awards. CSAC. That's where we need to go. And look who it is, the big man on campus.
You, human. You the one they call Shepard?
That's me, Commander Shepard.
The name's Rex. The Shadow Broker paid me a lot of money to get rid of Fist. Only you got there first.
Taking care of Fist was part of my investigation.
When I get paid to do a job, I finish it. Alone.
I don't like where this is going.
But I didn't finish this job, Shepard. You did. So the payment is yours.
Bounty hunters don't just go around paying off people who take their contracts.
I won't take credit for someone else's work. I transferred the payment into your account. I like the way you handled Fist. Now I hear you're going after Saren. I was thinking I should come along.
You're a bounty hunter. What do you get out of going after Saren?
I'm not in this for the money. I want to be where the action is. There's a storm coming, and you and Saren are right in the middle of it.
Why me? Saren's already got a lot of Krogan working for him.
Those aren't Krogan. They're servants. They grovel at Saren's feet to lick his boots, trading their freedom for promises of wealth and power. My people were a proud species once. Some of us still remember that. I won't bow down to Saren like the others.
We'll take you with us, Rex.
Smart move, Shepard.
Woo! We did it. Yes, let's go. Look how cool we are now. Just a bunch of dudes hanging out, chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Possibly even shooting some basketball outside of the school. Is this way?
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I'd heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Yay, rare stocks. Look how expensive that is. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what we can sell here that we don't need anymore. I'll sell this assault rifle. I'll sell the Hurricane. I'm just gonna sell duplicates. Piercing round. Okay. Wait, what? What did I sell? Oh, I sold the Banshee too, right? I don't want that. Oh, okay. Never mind. Hold on, I'm just dumb. Alright, let's buy stuff. Try to anyway. Can't buy anything because everything's super freaking expensive. I don't have any money. I'm broke. Aldrin Labs license. Let's go with that. I mean, it's cheap, might as well. Get a grenade upgrade as well. Alright. I think that's good enough for now, I guess. Best we can do with what we got. And let's go to the dock.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Interesting. Let's go!
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
I guess we'll start there.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Oh, whoops.
Yes, Commander?
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I get out of here. Go to my ship. Me and the boys.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, speeches. I love speeches. Commander Shepard makes such good speeches, though. He really does. I'll have to press it real quick.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, alright. We're gonna save. Game, yep. And Renee. That's it. Okay, so it's really fun. I really like what they did with the graphics for the remaster of Mass Effect. Really good. Obviously, I'm going to play more tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to be streaming next week or not, at least part of next week anyway. I might not stream on Wednesday, possibly Thursday. And the reason for that is that I'm moving. So it'll take a couple days for me to transition to get everything mixed over. Yeah. It'll take a couple days for me to get things moved over and everything set up and everything like that. So I might not be here on Wednesday or Thursday, but I should have everything set up by Friday, at least. Obviously, I'll keep everything updated on Twitter as far as that goes. Anyway, so yeah, more Mass Effect 2 tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, of course. And it'll probably be the last day I'll stream, at least for a couple days. At least until maybe Friday. Maybe Thursday or Wednesday. It just depends on how quickly I get things set up. I'm not moving that far away. It's not really a big, complicated move, so it shouldn't take too long. Actually, I should probably get done with it in a couple hours. But, life has a way of throwing curveballs at you, so things might not play out that way. Anyway, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Super hyped. Really awesome. As I remembered, I am really looking forward to getting to Mass Effect 2, but obviously I'm going to try and be a little bit thorough. Not completely thorough. I'm not trying to perfect it, but I'm going to try and be thorough with Mass Effect 1, at least in the way of doing things that I think will be helpful down the line, as far as Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 goes. But anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. So thanks for stopping by, and thanks for watching. Thanks for taking a gander, a peek, a look. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.